Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gebo the Shaman, and today we're talking about what happens when we have Venus placed in the 7th house in your birth chart. So, before I get into all that good stuff, I'd just like to let you guys know that I'm a Vedic astrologer. I do Vedic astrology readings, so you can check out everything that I have to offer. I have Vedic astrology certification courses. I have birth time rectifications and astrology readings and all kinds of stuff. And all the products, courses, services that you see here are all on sale. So everything that you see here is on sale, so you can go to gebotheshaman.com to check everything out. Alright, so what is Venus in the 7th house? Venus in the 7th house. So in order to understand this placement, we need to understand what Venus means, and then we'll talk about what the 7th house means and put them together and create our own analysis from that. Alright. So, what is Venus? Venus is the planet of the senses. So it's the planet of love, passion, romance, and sensual pleasure. Sexual pleasure and sensual pleasure. So it's, indulging the 5 senses. It is delving into the materialistic side of this world, having the finest art, the finest luxury items, all the fine things in life and the luxurious things in life. So, like I said, Venus is the 5 senses, so that means that it appeals to the 5 senses, which are taste, touch, smell, sight, and hearing. So it appeals to, it wants to see the finest visual art, the best music and scented candles, and the best gourmet food, and just the best of everything, the most luxurious, the best. And that's what Venus is. It's material pleasure. So that's Venus. So then we have the 7th house. So what is the 7th house? The 7th house is the house of relationships. It is the house of business partnerships, contractual relationships, contractual agreements, and things like that. And the difference between a marriage and just a partner is that commitment, that level of contractual commitment to each other, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I'm not a fan of marriage at all, but I mean, that's me. So yeah, that's so the 7th house deals with marriage and business partnerships and legal agreements and things like that. So what happens when we have Venus in here? Well, if this is a man's chart, this is a very good sign. It means his wife will be beautiful, very attractive, very appealing to the senses, to his senses, and that's always a nice thing to have. So yeah, you're probably going to be gifted with a beautiful wife, and you know, it's a very positive thing. Although I will say the downside of having a beautiful wife is the high maintenance. So beware of that. Because, you know, she's going to want the finest things in life, which mean the luxurious things, the expensive things. So, yeah, there's a cost to everything. So, you know, so that's kind of the caveat with Venus in the 7th house is, yeah, she's gonna be hot, but she'll also be very expensive. So, so yeah, there's that. Venus in the 7th. So that's for a man's chart. Now, for a woman's chart, this just means that, you know, you're going to have a very a very I guess handsome man, or like you know, I'm not really doing the whole what happens with homosexual couples and things like that, and just going from traditional Vedic knowledge, and you know, I would say if you're, you know, a lesbian woman, you have Venus in the 7th, just like the man's chart, you're going to have a beautiful wife. So there's that. So as far as a heterosexual female with this in their chart, you know, the husband's probably going to be very successful, very you know, probably very successful and very attractive as well. So the thing with this placement is always that the spouse will be, you know, there's this high focus on maintaining appearances, on keeping up with the Joneses, making sure that you know, you're driving, you're basically having the best in life, and that can be expensive. Very expensive. So the caveat with Venus in the 7th house is budget, and make sure you have a financial plan for your spouse, because they will want to spend a lot. So and it's okay to have nice things, it's just not okay if it's not in your budget. There's the caveat there. So yeah, let me see how I am on time, and I'm good. So that's pretty much all the time I have for today. Now, if you are a woman and you're wondering what your marriage is going to be like, look at Jupiter. Jupiter is the karka, or significator, of marriage for a woman. So look at Jupiter. I have a whole playlist of Jupiter through the houses and Jupiter through the signs, so you can check that out. And yeah, that does it for me for today. So if you're interested in anything that I have to offer, on my astrology certification course, my astrology readings, birth time rectification, or any of my other services, you can go to GeboTheShaman.com and check them out now that they are on sale, and that sale is ending very soon. So we have the Vedic Astrology Certification course, which basically walks you through how I do my Vedic astrology readings and takes you step by step through that. And there's the video courses as well as the guide, a written PDF guide, takes you step by step, and it's very easy, very simple. If you're have a reading level that's like grid level, you can understand this and do it, and so there's no excuses why anyone can't do that course. And then we have the Vedic astrology readings. So, with that course, if you pass the certification exam, I will be giving you your own website so you can start making some money as a certified Vedic astrologer. Alright? And I'll even promote you on the channel. And then we have the, Vedic astrology readings. So I have readings where I focus on your career and on your relationships. So yeah, that's also coming. That's also something that I offer, and as well as my standard reading that I give to everybody, and that is also a very powerful reading that really helps people understand their chart and stuff. So there's that. And then we have the birth time rectification. So the birth time rectification is great for people who don't know their exact birth time, or maybe there's some doubt or some confusion about that. It can be pretty challenging to find your exact birth time, and there's a bunch of reasons why people elect to have a birth time rectification, because they might not have their exact birth certificate or anything like that. So yeah. And then, so let me see here. So then we have distance energy healing, and there's that. That's great for people who just need healing. Mental, emotional, physical, psychological, spiritual, all kinds of healing. It's great for any kind of issue. And then we have the career coaching and the life coaching. So if you want to find your path and purpose in this life and really discover why you're here, so many people are so confused about their mission in this life, and they don't know what they're supposed to be doing. So it really helps to have somebody who's experienced to walk you through the process of how to find your soul desire, your path, and your passions, your purpose, your path, your soul desire. So that's why I'm here. So best way to find that out is to get a career coaching with me at GeboTheShaman.com. Alright, and then we also have the Qigong courses. So these are very powerful courses that basically open up your energy meridian system, and once you open up your energy meridians, you unkink the knots that are in there, the blocks, the energetic blocks, and some emotions start coming up, and it's very freeing, very liberating, very energizing, and a really good experience to just like drop some of the emotional baggage that we've been carrying around, and it's very freeing and very liberating. So yeah, that's all I have for today. We have the Cosmic Qigong and the Self-Transformation Challenge that combines Kundalini Yoga and Qigong and meditations. There's some guided meditations in there as well. So yeah, those courses are great for beginners all the way through. If you're a Qigong master, there's always something to learn from those programs as well. Alright, so that is it from me. Thank you guys for watching, and we will talk to you next time. Peace.